Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all are having an awesome day. So as you can see, I did a thing. I chopped my hair off. Actually, Emily did. I love it. It feels so much more lightweight, healthy and bouncy. It feels good after your hair gets so long to just whack it off every once in a while. So anyway, it is a beautiful day out here. Gorgeous, actually. Feels really nice. We're back home from the testing I had done, and now it's just waiting. We're waiting to hear some answers and some results, and there may be more testing to come. I don't know, depending on what they find, and hopefully a plan will come together of how I can get to feeling better. So even just visiting with the nurses I'm going to a gastroenterologist. Just visiting with the nurses, they've given me some tips and tricks and things I need to change in my own lifestyle to help my stomach. One of those mainly being eating earlier in the evening. That's just something, I don't know about y'all, but we struggle with around here because we work so long into the evening. So that's something that's going to change. We're going to have to stop and eat early. They said I definitely do not need to be eating and then go into bed anytime soon after eating. So that's something I'm gonna work on. But we got a lot going on around here that I want to take you guys and show you. Lane and I are about to head back to the cows. I want to count them because they haven't been counted in a while, and just make sure everyone looks good, everyone's still there. And we're trying to button this place down for winter also, because winter is a-coming in the next few days. So we got a lot to do for that. So hang out with us.
More bedding than nights are fixing to get cold. Yeah.
Well, we had a sheep mishap.
Oh.
What's happened here?
We really don't know. I wonder if a pig got into it. It's ripped it, and Lane started tying it, but it is on a boogered up piece of the wire anyway. I think we need to just come back and cut it back there and get this nastiness out and splice in.
In defense of the different fence makers out there, we didn't buy this new.
Oh no.
And this was old when we put it up, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it had a lot of this problem already, but something actually got into it and broke it.
Yeah. So the sheep are free ranging out in the cow pasture. So far, yeah, pig pen I should say. Pig pen / bachelor pad. So far they're not going anywhere. They're just roaming around eating.
And if they got into your garden right now, that wouldn't be such a bad deal, would it?
Nah. The turkeys are growing. the ducks are doing wonderful. They love it out here on the pond. We feed them in a little place only they can get to, hopefully, and the cows can't get in because the cows love to eat the ducks' food. But Ben and I are about to take a walk around the pond and see if we can't find some duck eggs. No eggs yet. We'll keep watching. We're hoping they're gonna lay in that little house area where we're feeding them. So, I don't know, just keep checking on them, keep feeding them, taking care of them, and I'm gonna flip my lid when we get the first duck egg. I'm so excited.
I have been out here trying to shape it up. I pulled all my vining spinach out. It was kind of taking over the lemon tree, and I definitely don't want to lose a lemon.
It's probably about time to pick them, isn't it?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still a little green on the bottom.
Pretty.
They are pretty, and there is some that are huge.
So what are we, tell them what all we're doing in here.
Well, just trying to get this thing ready for winter. Ooh, that sun's bright now. I got out here this morning and I pulled the shade cloth off of it, let more of the sunlight in here to kind of warm it up and warm everything up in here, and maybe it'll hold heat more throughout the night. Because as you know, we're getting into winter, and it's been dropping off into the low 30s here the last couple of nights. Trying to decide what all to do as of right now. When I really box it up or seal it up for winter, I'll normally seal off the exhaust fan. I'll seal off inside and outside the swamp cooler. All I've done today is take the shade cloth off and boxed in on the outside of the swamp cooler to keep that cold north wind from blowing in here. I think I'm gonna leave the exhaust vent fan plugged up and going for now, because it's getting pretty warm in here already.
It's toasty. So things are going great in here. We're just packing it up for the winter. We'll still be able to eat greens and all kinds of stuff out of here, lots of stuff growing. But as you know, we have tilapia in a big IBC tote, and the last few days I've come in here to feed them, they don't come up, because when it gets cold, they get real slow and they stay down low in the tank. And so I told Ben, I said, they are getting too cold. And a certain temperature, I don't know what it is. Do you know the temperature that they die at?
I think it's anything below 57, I think. But
water temperature.
Yeah.
So anything, like he's saying, below 57 degrees water temperature, they're not gonna make it. It's not been that cold to get the water that cold, but he actually has a heater that he puts down in the tank. And so it's just time to do all that. It's time to button things up and get everything prepared where it can survive the winter.
These are the two heaters that I've got in this tank, just to kind of keep a little more warmth of the water temperature. So I plugged them both back up.
So we noticed the gate was kind of cockeyed where the sheep could get out because they're in the pig pen right now. So Lane is walking over there to try to fix it before we have a mess on our hands.
Wow. There is a lot of chickens out here. I think we told y'all, but we were gonna combine Lane and Emily's layers with ours to streamline our feeding. We did that, so all of our laying chickens are in here together, and there is a ton of them. We feed about 50 pounds of chicken feed a day, if that tells you how many chickens are out here. Lane just refreshed all the hay, cleaned these out, and that makes a world of difference in keeping your eggs clean. Come on. Come on. She'll still follow us. These pigs out here in the woods are thriving. You can see Dot right there in the back. He's doing good. They're staying in. We've had no problems with them getting out. They're behind just this 2 strands of hot wire. They're just doing amazing. There's Mr. Dot right there on the end. He's getting big. So the biggest ones of these go in really just a couple weeks to be processed, and then the rest of them go in January to be inspected and where we can sell them by the pound. So this area is going to be wrapping up soon. They won't be out here all winter, and then those smaller ones will come back here. Last stop is the cows. Okay, add my number that I counted to yours. Mine was 46.
72?
Yeah! First time! We got the right number on the first try, so we're not counting again because it could be wrong. So
yeah,
we're stopping on a good note.
Leave it at that.
So we've had several questions about where the cows are going to drink while they're back here, and we're not going to go all the way down there because it's actually pretty steep going down to that, but they've got a full flowing creek, so they have got good clean water, and we've called them down to it. They know where it's at, so they are well taken care of. As well as these woods are not in their pen, but they have a patch of woods they can get into, so they have shelter as well. So the cows back here are doing amazing. Last thing for today, I think we've got all the animals. We've given them hay and things in their shelters. We've got them all taken care of, are all accounted for. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's doing good. The greenhouse is doing good. It's a lot more prepared for the winter. It's already pretty warm in there just with him taking the shade cloth off. So last thing is the garden. That's the last thing for today, and I have a couple things I want to do. I actually had quite a bit planned. I was going to put some frost blankets on some stuff, but I've looked at the weather and it's only supposed to get down to about 34. So I honestly think I'm going to take my chances. I'm not going to cover it all up because it will actually do better right now if it's uncovered and can get that warm sunshine. And I'm just gonna take my chances, and then if I need to cover it up here in a couple weeks, I will. We still have several things going. I actually have something I'm gonna plant right now. So these cabbages need to go in the ground. I've had those bought for probably a month. I've been watering them, so I'm gonna get those put in the ground, and then I still have a few things growing too. So you can see I still have a lot of squash growing. I'm hoping that holds on. A couple nights ago it got down to 34, so if that's true and it only gets to 34, I think everything will be fine. And then we've got a whole bunch of purple hull peas still growing, so I'm hoping that everything will hang on and survive. I've got a lot of green tomatoes. When I see that it's for sure gonna be a frost, I'm gonna pick all those. But I don't want to jump the gun and pick them right now, and then if it's gonna be okay, I wish I wouldn't have, because if they can ripen on the vine, that's even better. So I'm gonna take my chances. I may regret this, but we'll see. And I think on the next video, probably, I'm gonna go through and show you exactly what I still have growing, as well as I wanna sit down and tell you what my favorite things we grew for 2020 were, and some of the things that I probably will never grow again. So I want to do that while it's fresh on my mind, because I know a lot of you, as well as us, we're already planning next year's garden, planning for seeds and all that kind of stuff. And I would encourage you to get your list made and get your seeds bought, because 2020, I know the seeds went crazy. They were hard to get, and I don't see 2021 being much different with the way things are going. So I would encourage you, when you get a little bit of extra money and can afford it, to start getting your seeds gathered up. I will see you guys on the next one. God bless.